Last Tuesday, my East Timorese assistant, Jose Bello, and I travelled into the hills just outside of Dili in search of Ronaldo. I'd been tipped off that the rebel commander had come to the outskirts of the capital and might agree to be interviewed. Until today, he'd been holed up 40 kilometres to the south. But in a seriously provocative act, he moved his heavily armed men to this ridge overlooking Dili. Some people are going to be surprised or even worried that you're standing just above Dili here. People are saying that you're going to go down and attack Parliament. There's lots of speculation.
What is my intention to attack the Parliament?
I don't know.
And also, why I go down to attacking in Dili? If I want to attack in Dili, I attacked the Dili before I left. But who I'm going to attack? I'm mostly here is to defend myself from any threat or anybody who want to harm me, and to protect the others that want to defend the justice as I am here. Why I'm here? Because I want to see the justice.
In just a few hours' time, Alfredo Ronaldo would be labelled public enemy #1 by East Timor's Prime Minister. But he told me he hoped the split in the armed forces could be resolved peacefully. Does this problem have a solution, or is it already too late?
It's not too late. Never too late for any solution. It's not too late for East Timor to have independence after 24 years. It's only everything have to end it in the table by dialogue.
Part-way through our interview, it starts to rain, although it doesn't seem to bother Ronaldo.
But we say rain is the civilian, doesn't wet the military.
It's just the camera I'm worried about. We find some shelter, and when we continue, Ronaldo delivers an important message for Australia.
Then we need the support from the foreign countries and closest neighbor like Australia, and region mostly, and international from the UN. UN is still have a representative here because everybody here is very suspicious with what's going on and what will be the end of it, because they have a very ugly background and people know how to use a weapon, carry a weapon, how to shoot, how to kill, and that's dangerous, very dangerous.
Anything else?
Good luck.
Prophetic words. Only a few minutes later, Ronaldo and his men are on high alert. Government soldiers, the FFDTL, have been spotted by Ronaldo's sentries just down the road.
Function your camera, no worries.
Tell me what's happening.
The FDTL coming after us.
Just now?
Yeah.
Can you see them?
Oh yes, there.
How many people?
Hurry soaring. Serious soaring. There's 3 men hiding in the side. One is still standing. I can see them and I didn't take a shot. Hurry! Fila! De Mayor Reinado Maculia! Fila! Semla koi ranak fakar! Fila! Ausdiantang! Hanoi in the dia! Jo vencida! Hanoi in the dia! Ne soy tamate mo! O cinema kamses! Ne! Hauni liefon! Ikus liu! Hare! Fila! Kataksira fila! Au conta torsanoro! La fila! Fuego! On! Noise!
The Australian Defence Force identified Alfredo Ronaldo as a future military leader when he attended training in Canberra. Today, he has a group of around 25 heavily armed men with him.
Des! Libre! Sira iso dai lolong ne. Ini mos ida batin. Ai ta kahung ne ba.
Nang hato hin husyori.
Pare sore mat sore.
What was happening there?
They didn't want to redraw.
You gave them the opportunity and they refused.
I give them so many times. I give them to go back, stay as they are, so we can talk, we can sit and talk. We not come here to fight against them. We come here to protect the people. Yesterday they come here to shoot. We're not here to fight. But they come after us. What purpose?
How many are there?
We don't know. There are many.
The government later said that the soldiers that Ronaldo fired on were unarmed, but within minutes they're firing back.
Be careful the grenade. They using the grenade launch.
Should we go?
No, you're not safe to go. Stay back there. You're not safe to go here. There's ammunition crossing around.
You shot one?
I think so. It's not moving anymore.
Jeez.
We have to get out here.
Where do we go then? Huh?
We will be trapped here, I think. Head down.
Control.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I asked them to stop. I hope they can return to where they come from. To stop shooting. Mantengan posisyon na fighting.
With more grenades falling around us, it's time to make a dash for safety.
Up further.
I'll go up, yeah? So,
Carta civil, carta civil.
oh no. Well, this seems like a pretty bad escalation. I'm not really sure which way to run at the moment, because I don't know my way around here. Huh? Oh, fuck. We shouldn't go with them, you know? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. We're right in the middle of this here. This is bad.
Cuidado. Tá truque. Tem mais cara aqui no bar. Tem mais cara aqui no bar. Sini vai, kartus mana hai?
Huh?
Tira nenek, atenção para foto. No worries, mate. It's okay.
Pretty serious, though.
Eh?
Huh? How serious?
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. I call Foreign Minister José Ramos Horta and a Member of Parliament, Leandro Isaac, to ask for help. Both men had told me they'd been negotiating with Ronaldo.
I just spoke to someone in Dili, to Leandro Isak, and he told us to call the Australian Embassy. I don't actually have the number on me, so it's a bit awkward because I don't know if they're chasing us. And he said that the army don't want the world to know that they're firing on Alfredo, because Alfredo was organising a peaceful dialogue with Ramos Horta and with Leandro Isak. And Shanana is supposed to be scheduled in a couple of days, but it doesn't look good at the moment for that to go ahead. You can see how close we are to Dili. It's just up on the hill behind. All of the civilians I'm with here helping us to get away, showing us the path out of here, plus the Alfredo's men are hoping that this is the catalyst that brings Australian police peacekeepers into East Timor. At the moment, I'm alright. I'm with 3 of Alfredo's guys. We're being walked away from it. There's still sporadic gunfire going on down below. Hello? Hello? Did you hear me? I just had a call from the Australian Embassy in Dili, and they've advised us to leave Alfredo's soldiers. They're the ones that have brought us up here, but they've said that we should leave them and hook up with some local villagers, go into a local village around here, just sit and wait it out. But the problem is that the local villages around here are all empty because they've all left scared for their lives.
During our 4-hour walk to safety, we're joined by dozens of refugees from nearby villages. They must have thought the days of packing up the rice pot and the bedroll were long gone. A mere 6 years after finally gaining independence, history seems to be repeating itself. Frightened and uncertain, and once again fleeing for their lives. Some of Ronaldo's troops come up the hill, carrying an injured colleague. He later dies back at their base.